Hey, what is going on, guys? It is TemperAlliance, and as you can hear in the background, there is no noise. And if you guys didn't realize, for like the past year when I was uploading to this channel, there was always a background noise, which was the Xbox 360, because I have like an 8-year-old Xbox. It's like the oldest version Xbox 360 that you can ever get, and when you always turn it on, it always sounds like a jet engine. And I always like to leave on the Xbox because when I stop doing commentaries, videos and all that stuff like that, I like to hop back onto the Xbox instead of turning it all back on and waiting for it to load. But I don't have to worry about that anymore, because I like to announce that I got an Xbox One, and I went up to the midnight release to get it, which was a bit surprising. I was kind of thinking, get it next week. But the more I thought about it, the more I wanted it, and I was like, I need to get this Xbox One because I'm an Xbox fanboy. Well, not really. Like, I do like PlayStation as well, but I just wanted to get it. And my dad brought me up. We went into the shop, which was surprising as well, because I was expecting at the midnight launch, especially, I was expecting like 100 people, like a big huge line for the next generation console. And when I got there, there was only like 2 people. That was it, and me, which was the third person, which was ridiculous. And I was only there for 10 minutes. I got my Xbox, got a free game, which was Call of Duty Ghosts, and I went home. It only lasted 10 minutes. That was honestly insane. But I did go to a different store though. I went to like Smith's, probably over in America you probably call it Walmart or something like that. One of those cheaper ones. It's not GameStop. It's like a different shop, but it sells games, but it won't really be as good as GameStop. But anyway, so that kind of makes, so that's probably the reason why, because GameStop, like they ran out of pre-orders because they weren't going to take any more pre-orders because they ran out of Xboxes. So what I'm guessing is there was like 100 people at GameStop. So yeah, but where I was, there was no GameStop near. There probably was if I walked, but it was absolutely freezing, so I was like, I gotta get home. So yeah, so I was kind of glad that there was honestly no one there. So yeah, so I got a free copy of Call of Duty Ghosts. I was hoping for it to be a trade-in. I was hoping to trade in the Xbox 360 version for an Xbox One version, but no, they had this deal where you like it costs like a bit extra. I forgot how much, and you get like 1 free game, and you get something else. I didn't really pay attention, but I got 1 free game, which is Call of Duty Ghosts, because there was honestly no other games that I wanted except for Battlefield 4, but I wasn't thinking then. I was like, yeah, Battlefield, it's good, but it's a bit boring sometimes. But well, not really. Like what thing with Battlefield, it's fun. Like, I love the beta. It was absolutely brilliant, but I'm just not sure. But yeah, I just wasn't thinking at the time to get Battlefield 4. All I wanted to get was Call of Duty, and yeah. So when I first got the Xbox, anyway, you could sign in like straight away. Like, you didn't have to do that old-fashioned one when you get an Xbox 360 Slim, and you had to get this little adapter thing that you plug it from the Slim to the older version in order to trade your account from one console to the other and bring all your game saves with you. Surprisingly, all you needed is your email and password, and you are good to go. And your gamer tag, game score, all that stuff comes up, and also your game save, that it comes up as well. I'm not sure for 360 versions, obviously, because Xbox One doesn't play 360 version games. But when I went on Call of Duty Ghosts, I still had my level, I still had my guns, I still had everything, so I didn't have to start off from scratch, which is good. So yeah, so it's actually quite good. The controller, sorry, it's actually very surprising. It's like, it feels like, it doesn't feel like a 360 console. It doesn't feel like a 360 controller. The analog sticks are different. I can't, like in Call of Duty, say for example, like Modern Warfare 3, if it was ever going to be released on Xbox One, which I don't think it will, I had like 10 sensitivity. I was like, it's not too high. Now on the Xbox One version, I'm like, oh my god, this is too high. I need to lower it down because the analog sticks are like completely different. You know, there's nothing like the Xbox 360 version. I would love to do an unboxing, but I didn't have any camera, so that kind of sucks. Well, I had my phone, but my phone's not good. It has shit quality. If you try and record stuff, taking pictures is not too bad. It's actually in proper HD. But taking videos is a completely different story. I don't know why that is the case, but it is. So I didn't really want to do it. And also, FIFA 14. What was I doing? Talking about Xbox One all this time. This is actually FIFA 14. This is a FIFA 14 game. This is actually on the Xbox One. And I also got a new capture card as well. Because I did have a HD PVR. And then I went out and got an Elgato because I'll tell you the reason now. Because the next gen consoles comes with a HDMI cable, and the HD PVR does not support HDMI whatsoever. It only supports components. So I had to go out and, well, I didn't have to go out, I had to go online and get an Elgato because that's the only system that supports HDMI, and actually it's actually quite good. The quality's not too bad. It's in 720p, but I didn't really change the settings, which, to be honest, I'll try and do that some other time. I'm just too lazy to do it now. It's actually in good quality as it is. You can change the colors, you know, the textures without, you know, editing it. You can just change it in the program, so it's quite good. So I got an Elgato as well. I'm getting a load of stuff this year. it's actually quite funny when you really think about it. But and also the Kinect comes with it as well, obviously. I think next year they're going to leave the Kinect out of from the Xbox One, because, you know, people just don't like, people just didn't like it from the 360 version, did they? Like, when the Xbox 360 Kinect came out, they got it, but when they got it, they didn't really do much with it, except for voice commands. That's pretty much it. You know, no one played Kinect games. You know, there was Kinect games. There was like a ton of Kinect games, but no one was interested, and they called it shit then because, you know, there was nothing that you could do with it. And now, since there's an Xbox One Kinect, and, you know, it comes with the console, you know, people just don't want it. But I didn't mind it really. There's no voice command with mine. I don't know why. I don't think I'm in the right region. You know, that region crap. But that doesn't really matter because I don't really use voice commands anyway, except for games. I do use it in FIFA 14. That's kind of handy instead of pausing the game, and you know if you want to like substitute someone, you don't have to pause it. You can just say it, and you know, say what team with this team, and they'll just switch over, which is quite good. And also, when you redeem a code, this is actually quite interesting to me for Xbox One. When you redeem a code, you don't have to press in the code. Like, there's a code there. If you want to use the controller and punch in the code, you can. But there's this little, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, do you know the stuff when you want to buy something in Walmart or a shop, and it has these little bars on the back, and when you go up to a desk, you know, these people have a scanners, they scan it, and the computer knows what it is because it's scanned. You know, these little black lines, and it goes, oh, this is something for $5 or something like that. It's something like that, but it's like a big box, and it has like different black stuff. And if you point it to your Kinect, it will know what it is. So you save a lot of time. So that's one good thing about the Kinect, is that, you know, you don't have to waste so much time punching in the code when you want to like when you want to redeem something, like, say, like a 7 free day trial, or you know, Microsoft points, which isn't around anymore. But, you know, if you want to, you can just scan it, and it's like 2 seconds later it'll know what it is, instead of wasting your time punching in the code. So that is pretty cool. I didn't really know what it was at start until I actually did it. I was like, that is awesome. like you know, who else wouldn't want to do that, because it saves a lot of time. But there were some codes I couldn't redeem. I scanned it and it wouldn't redeem it, so I did it through the code. I wouldn't do it either, and it was like a 14-day free trial, and I just couldn't redeem it, which kind of sucks. But I have another one. It came with Call of Duty Ghost. I had like a 7-day free gold trial. I didn't redeem it. Sadly though, it didn't come with the scanner thing that I was talking about. I have to, you know, punch in the codes. But it doesn't really matter. I'm hoping for most stuff it comes with scanners, because, like I said, it saves a lot of time. And there's actually one good thing about the Xbox One as well. If you still have an Xbox 360 and you didn't throw it away, you can still sign into your account on the 360 as well. Like I tried it last time. I went on the Xbox One. You know, I put my account in there. It still has all my gamer score and all that stuff. And you know, I still have all my friends and all that. And I left that on, went back to the 360, and I could still sign into my same account. So that is pretty much cool as well. So you can go back to the 360, play your 360 games if you don't feel like throwing them away. So yeah, so that is actually that's probably like the only good thing about it actually. That you can always go back if you wanted to, but that kind of puts less room for PlayStation 4s and all that kind of stuff, you know. So that's pretty much the only thing bad about it. But the good thing is though, you can always go back. You can always sign back into your old account. It won't ask you. It won't tell you saying, "Oh, your account moved to another console." It will just sign in as if you didn't put it on the Xbox One, which is really good because I thought that once you get an Xbox One, you can't go back because you know you moved your account from one console to the other just by, you know, redeeming it basically. But no, you can always go back, which is quite cool as well. So if your friends don't have an Xbox One, and if you talk to them through Xbox One and they're on the Xbox 360, and if they ask you to play like GTA 5, you can always, you know, get off the Xbox One, jump back on the Xbox 360, play the game with them, and you're good to go. But I need to get some stuff for Xbox One actually. I need to get the rechargeable kit. I don't have one. It didn't come with the Xbox, which was kind of disappointing. I have to do the AA batteries thing. But to be quite fair though, it never came. It never came with 360 anyway. I got it for Christmas. I got like a 360 for Christmas, and they got me an extra controller and the rechargeable kit as well. So you know, so it doesn't really come with it, but I have to get it if I want it, which I will. I don't know when, but I will. So yeah, you know, I've been talking a lot about Xbox One. I haven't been on about the FIFA 14. This comes free with Xbox One. In case you guys didn't know, you have to download it. You know, it doesn't come with a disc. You have to download it, which is it's not too bad because the console is a 500 gigabyte hard drive, so it doesn't really matter. I really do prefer just like using discs. Like, go back to the old-fashioned way. I know that there's this cool instant switch if you just download them, but it just takes so much memory up from your hard drive. And I know 500 gigabytes is so big, but if you think about it, if you're just going to keep on downloading, you know, games and getting DLC, that's going to fill quite quick. So I'm just going to stick with the discs, and hopefully when I put in a disc, it won't make me install the whole thing into it. So so yeah, but but about FIFA 14, if you guys can't tell who was playing, which I do understand for some American viewers or English viewers, I did set it to the Republic of Ireland, and I'm Cork City, and I forgot what the other team was. I think it was like Shannon or something like that. I honestly can't remember. I just picked a random team, to be quite honest. I kind of the only reason why I went with Cork City was because that's where I'm from. I'm from Cork. I'm not living in Cork City, but I am from Cork, and that's the only team that is from Cork, which is Cork City. So I decided to play them, and I am having fun on FIFA 14. I am quite bad, I'm not gonna lie. You know, on my first few games, you know, the computer bait me, but I'm kind of happy now that I won against the computer this time, only by one goal. I know I should have got a lot more since they're computers, you know. Like, they're not actual players, you know, they're just programmed just to kick a ball and try and score, which they really never do. But because of when I'm playing, they just get really lucky and they score like 6 times against me and I'm getting nothing, which I don't know how. I'm like the worst FIFA player on earth. But practice makes perfect. If I keep on playing it, then I will eventually get there. I was kind of happy that I won just by one goal. I know it's kind of boring. But it doesn't really matter. I was quite happy with it. There was a lot of offsides though, every single time in this game. You might have seen it like a dozen times. Like, every time when I pass a ball, offside, and it happened to the enemy as well. It happened to the opponent, if I should say. They're not really the enemy because it's not a war game, but yeah, there was a lot of offsides in this game, which was a bit frustrating, really. When you're so close to the goal, you pass it to your teammate. Next minute, then the ref blows a whistle saying that you're offside, and it's just so frustrating, to be quite honest. But you know, that's kind of the real life rules as well. So kind of sucks, but it doesn't really matter. But for Xbox One, let's go back to Xbox One now, before this game wraps up. The dashboard is completely different. You know, you can customize what you want. You can pick a color. It doesn't have to be green. When you saw the notification, it was green, but you don't have to pick green. You can pick blue, red, you know, whatever color that you like. But anyway, I might make a video on the Xbox dashboard in my next video, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. And that's actually pretty much it from me. Once again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.